Mr. Armstrong, welcome to the afterlife. This, as you've probably gathered, is hell, and I'm the devil, but you can call me Jonathan.
I knew I shouldn't have ridden my bike to work this morning.
Now, as punishment for your sins against English grammar and spelling, you have to pick one of the following 3 UK stocks to own for eternity. AO World, Boohoo, or Just Eat. They're all fast-growing online retail stocks and they all had trading updates today. Which of those business models would suit you the best?
You really know how to punish.
I specialise in torture.
Are you sure I can't have the hot coals or be stretched on a rack instead?
No, stock analysis is what you do the best, and I've had a lot of bankers messing it up for me. Which business model do you prefer?
Well, you know, you'd have to, I guess, first think about capital intensity, and you have a relatively more capital-intensive model in AO World. They have to actually deliver heavy appliances to households, trucks, drivers, installation. So just on pure economics, that sort of makes me anxious.
Yeah, we're big buyers of ovens here. What about Just Eat? They use ovens.
Just
that
Eat
sounds better.
is at the other end of the spectrum, where there's no capital involved at all. It's just an information technology platform that lets customers connect with various other retailers, specifically restaurants. So they can grow as fast as the restaurants can download their software, and there's basically no expense attached to that at all.
Well, that sounds great, but doesn't that mean, I had the guy from Grubhub down here the other day and his shares have performed terribly, and that's the same business, right?
I get the downside to these network effects businesses that can grow so quickly is that it also costs nothing for competitors to get into the business, and Grubhub is feeling the pressure from some of the other competitors in the United States. I do worry a little bit that the same will happen to Just Eat, and its valuation is pretty demanding, so I'm not sure about that one anymore.
So, AO World, too capital intensive, Just Eat, perhaps too few barriers to entry. What about Boohoo? Is that somewhere in between?
Well, it really would be torture for me to own Boohoo for all eternity because it's a company that hawks age-inappropriate clothing to teenagers. But looking past...
We have no such scruples down here. Tell me about the business.
It's sort of like a more focused miniature ASOS. It's a small business. It's growing extremely quickly. And again, it goes in for a very inexpensive, very fast turnover kind of business line where it's fast fashion for teens. There is some surprising upside to it. Its valuation is attractive relative to ASOS. Its returns on capital are really pretty good. So I don't like it, but between the 3 options you gave me, I'm going to take Boohoo.
Okay, thank you very much for your advice, Mr. Armstrong, and enjoy the afterlife.